The dancing plague. Imagine walking outside and seeing someone dancing uncontrollably in the middle of the street. At first it seems harmless, maybe they're celebrating, but then they keep dancing. For days, dozens of people join them. This actually happened in July 1518 in Strasbourg, a city that was part of the Holy Roman Empire. According to historical records, a woman named Frau Trophaea suddenly began dancing in the streets for absolutely no reason. She didn't stop. Within a week, around 30 people had joined her. Then it became hundreds. Witnesses claimed they looked terrified and exhausted, but physically couldn't stop. Some reportedly collapsed from strokes, heart attacks, or pure exhaustion. The authorities thought the cure was more dancing. So they hired musicians and built dance stages, hoping people would dance the illness out of their systems. Some historians think it was mass hysteria caused by extreme stress and famine. Others believe contaminated rye bread may have caused hallucinations similar to LSD poisoning. To this day, nobody knows exactly what caused it. The Great Emu War. Now imagine being a trained soldier and still losing to birds. This incident took place in Australia in 1932. After World War I, many Australian veterans became farmers in Western Australia. But there was one huge problem. Every year, around 20,000 emus, giant flightless birds, migrated through the farmland. And they absolutely destroyed everything and caused massive food shortages during the Great Depression. Farmers begged the government for help. So naturally, the military got involved. The Australian Army literally declared war on emus. Soldiers were sent out with Lewis machine guns expecting an easy victory. Instead, it turned into a disaster. The emus were unbelievably fast. They scattered into smaller groups, making them difficult targets. Some even zigzagged like they understood military tactics. At one point, troops mounted a machine gun onto a truck to chase the birds, but the terrain was so rough they couldn't aim properly. After thousands of rounds of ammunition, only a small number of emus were killed. The birds basically won. Eventually, the military withdrew in embarrassment. Australia officially lost a war against giant birds. The London beer flood. Most floods involve water. This one involved beer. On October 17, 1814, inside a brewery in London, disaster struck. At the Moo and Company Brewery, workers stored beer inside gigantic wooden vats. These containers were enormous. Some held over 135,000 gallons of beer. That afternoon, one of the metal hoops supporting a vat snapped. At first, workers didn't panic. Apparently, this happens sometimes, but about an hour later, when the pressure became too much, the massive vat exploded, and the force triggered a chain reaction, causing several more vats to burst open. Suddenly, over 320,000 gallons of beer came crashing through the brewery walls like a tsunami. Buildings collapsed. People were trapped under rubble. Entire basements filled instantly. Tragically, several people died in the disaster, including families living nearby. And somehow, the brewery survived financially because the event was considered an unavoidable accident. They even received tax relief from the government. Napoleon versus rabbits. After signing a peace treaty in 1807, Napoleon Bonaparte decided to celebrate with a rabbit hunt. His chief of staff arranged the event and gathered thousands of rabbits for the occasion. Everything seemed normal until the rabbits were released. Instead of running away in fear, they charged directly toward Napoleon and his men. And not just a few of them, hundreds, possibly thousands. The rabbits swarmed the hunting party from every direction. Napoleon's men tried to scare them away with whips and sticks. But the rabbits kept advancing. Eventually, the emperor himself had to retreat to his carriage while rabbits reportedly climbed onto people's clothes and equipment. So what happened? Well, the rabbits used for the hunt weren't wild rabbits. They were domesticated rabbits collected from farmers. And unlike wild rabbits, they associated humans with food. The moment they were released, they thought Napoleon's army had come to feed them. So, one of the greatest military leaders in history was defeated by hungry rabbits. CIA spy cats. During the Cold War, the CIA had some truly bizarre ideas. One of the weirdest was a project called Acoustic Kitty. The plan was exactly what it sounds like: turn cats into spies. The CIA believed cats could secretly sneak near Soviet officials without attracting suspicion, so they performed surgery on cats, implanting microphones, antennas, and transmitters inside their bodies. The project reportedly cost millions of dollars. Scientists trained the cats to walk toward specific targets and record conversations. But there was one massive flaw. Cats don't care about your mission. They get distracted, they wander off, and they absolutely refuse to follow orders consistently. According to popular accounts, during the first real field test in Washington, D.C., the spy cat was released near a park where Soviet officials were talking. Seconds later, the cat was hit by a taxi. The mission failed instantly. Eventually, the CIA abandoned the entire project after realizing that spy cats were basically impossible to control. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and comment down your opinion for the next video.